Have you ever prayed but never got an answer, and wondered if God was really there? Did you feel all hope was gone, but in His time He came along and answered the prayer you thought was gone? There is no prayer too small, for God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you want, but He always knows what's right, even when we think it's wrong. Just remember, there is no prayer too small. Will ask, you shall receive. No matter what it is, I still believe. There is no prayer too small, and even when we fall, He gives us just exactly what we need. There is no prayer too small, for God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you want, but He always knows what's right, even when we think it's wrong. Just remember, there is no prayer too small. No prayer too small. He always knows what's right. God hears them all. There is no prayer too small. My God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you want, but He always knows what's right, even when we think it's wrong. Just remember, there is no prayer too small. No prayer too small. No prayer too small. God hears them all.
Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. As an addiction recovery coach, I want to share something with you. Let me be crystal clear to leave an everlasting impact upon you. Just imagine being buried alive. You're in a coffin, but you know you're not dead. You don't know how to get out of that coffin. You think, maybe if I try to lift the lid, I'll get out. But the enormous weight upon the lid prevents you from doing that. You try banging on the lid, so maybe it'll unsettle the dirt and someone on top might be there and notice and start digging their way down towards you. This is what it's like to feel at the lowest point of alcohol and drug addiction. You know you need help, you know you can't do it on your own, you don't know where to turn. In reality, there are people probably standing right near your grave. You just don't know that. You just think, today, you're going to die. Usually, though, people don't think about death when they're habitually abusing drugs and alcohol. In order to feed an addiction, you have to be great at repressing the fear of death. I often ask you, does it even make sense to abuse drugs and alcohol knowing that you might overdose and take something that God gave you called life away from you? Okay, so you don't care about your life. But what about the people that do care about your life? The people that love and need you most? People like your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your husband, wife, children, and even grandchildren. With this, let me leave one last thought. Don't be like the person I'm reading about on these index cards that waited and waited and waited until it was too late to get help. Simply pick up the phone and call me at 844-405-HELP, and I promise you, I'll help you take your life back. Before, like this guy on the index card, your life is gone. People like Larry Geis, with 30 years experience as a life coach and addiction recovery coach. People like Larry Geis can be found at 516-458-2741 or www.odysseyconsultant.org. Larry Geis and I always tell folks like you, it doesn't matter where you've been, it doesn't matter where you came from. What matters is that you're here today looking for a better tomorrow. Larry Geis will take you from your addiction to your recovery, from depression to happier times, from low self-esteem to raising your self-esteem. Larry Geis, 516-458-2741. Do not forget to take your slippers off at night, and don't stick them by the edge of your bed, but stick them under your bed. In the morning, when you wake up and God allows you to see the waterfall and the water stream behind me, get on your knees to go and retrieve those slippers, because you stuck them under the bed last night, remember? While you're on your knees, utilize a thing I call knee-mail. That's K-N-E-E-mail. Knee-mail is your own communication line between you and God. Those are the times, every single morning, consistently and consecutively, you should be asking God for guidance and direction, forgiveness and mercy, thanking God for having a home, food, clothing, health, and family. You should be asking God to protect you throughout the day and your family and all the people you love most. Do this 24/7. At night, the slippers go under the bed. In the morning, you go on your knees and you retrieve those slippers and ask God to provide a great day for you, and thank God for everything that He does for you. Put your slippers on now and walk with God 24/7. Don't forget to do this each and every day, because the power of prayer truly, and I mean truly, works. I'm going to talk about how to follow through on your plans today. And whether your plans are small or large, at the beginning of every new year, we make promises to change something in our lives. And one of the promises should be to actually start speaking to God. We think about how to succeed in the coming year and have high hopes for becoming better people, for meeting the best expectations we have for ourselves. Unfortunately, we don't always follow through on all our plans during the year, so many of them fall through the cracks, never to materialize. We start with a bang, but end up with a whimper. Apparently, we are doing something wrong over and over again. So how do we make our dreams become a reality? How do we implement our plans? How do we move from words to actions? Where should we start? First, to have the answers to these questions, you need to understand whether or not you have chosen a dream that is possible to achieve, or is just truly a dream. Maybe it's just a desire of your family or temporary feeling that aroused from suggestion of well-meaning friends. But once you are clear on your dreams and goals, it's never too late to follow through on them. Even though the year is more than halfway over, you can take advantage of the remaining few months to achieve at least one of your goals that you started at the New Year's. Here are 6 tips to help you follow through on your plans, starting right now, starting today. Strengthen is number 1. Strengthen your sense of urgency. No matter how beautiful the dream is, you need to motivate to start acting on it. However, you can't wait for motivation to just magically show up. That's why you must create the necessity for change, and I mean change yourself. Consider all the pros and cons of changes that you want to make. Think about how not acting on your plans will negatively impact your life. Write down everything on paper, making 2 columns with the pros and the cons of all present status quo and your future life into taking action. Let me just fix this a little bit. There we go. It's a little better. Don't forget to set a deadline for achieving your dream, having a firm date by which you can commit to completing your goals with light under fire. Number 2 is to find new emotions. Perhaps everyone has experienced this. You start to follow through with your ideas and then you kind of just like burn out. You crash and burn. The reason for this is that you disconnect from the positive emotions that inspired you in the first place. The emotions behind the dream or the goal are the fuel that propels you into action and moves you forward. Without that fuel, you fizzle out. Sometimes you need to manufacture more emotional fuel to relaunch your plans. Number 3 is, actually not number 3 yet because I want to bring this one up. Envision the most pleasant and exciting aspects of your plans. Then write those down on paper. Stick this paper on the fridge, computer, mirror, or wherever you can see it each and every day. Make a colorful photo collage or a dream board. Cut out the pictures of your dreams. It may be a dream of a home, a car, a place to visit, etc. Number 3 is to find support. Friends, colleagues, relatives, these are people who play an important role in achieving your success. Talk more often to the people who are ready to support you and inspire you. Attend seminars, join meetups, or find a group of like-minded people on social media. Make the effort to reach out to the friends and family to tell them about your plans and ask them for your support, for their support. Try to avoid pessimists and naysayers who undermine your enthusiasm. Look for a mentor or advisor who is familiar with successful with your goals and seek their input and ideas. Number 4 is eliminate obstacles in your way. It often happens, and at first everything going on smoothly in your plans, and then suddenly there's an obstacle, you trip and fall, and then your life begins to present even more obstacles to the changes. At the time of difficulties, you are ready to give up all your plans, all your dreams. Analyze the obstacles to determine if they are truly obstacles or just a temporary setback. Are they emotional or actually difficulty? Determine what you can control and overcome and what is out of your control. Take action on what you can change or resolve. Take small and manageable baby steps to deal with the problem. Seek help from supportive friends, family, or professionals who can guide and direct you. Number 5 is to learn new habits. Most people can start implementing their plans and their dreams because they are accustomed to their old habits. If you are one of them, you cannot get accustomed to or implement your dream because of old habits. A huge part of making real and lasting change in your life is learning new habits that support your goals. If your goal is to lose weight, you may need to learn a variety of small habits such as getting up earlier, creating an exercise program, or changing your diet. Learning the necessary steps to creating sustainable habits. Break down each new habit into small mini habits that are manageable and easy. Tackle one new habit at a time so that you don't feel overwhelmed as you are working towards your new goal. Number 6 is reward yourself. Every step along the way, celebrate accomplishments. It's hard to commit to going on action and habit change. Remind yourself that you are doing the work necessary to create a better life and reward yourself for your efforts. Consider this. Consider getting a calendar where you list your daily actions towards your goal or habit change. Every time you take action, put a gold star on that particular day. This sounds remedial, but it's truly very satisfying. Think of some other small rewards you can give yourself each time you finish an action. A piece of chocolate, a 10-minute break, or meditate. A walk outside, spending time with your pets. Be sure to attach positive reinforcement to every action you to take and achieve. Remember, dreaming and setting goals and making plans isn't enough to succeed. You need to act today, tomorrow, and every day after to make your plans materialize. Don't hesitate. Think of some motivation that will help you to move forward and begin to follow through on all your plans right now. Do this today, and I promise you, everything will fall into place. Follow those 6 plans. And I want to remind each and every one, every segment that I do, I keep a hard copy. If I go through this too quick, email me at RALF@TakeYourLifeBackTodayShow. That's Ralph at TakeYourLifeBackTodayShow. Or call me at 631-599-0218, or use my hotline number for 844-405-HELP, and I'll send you a copy of it. And may God bless each and every one of you as you not only attempt, but as you succeed in the dream of your lifetime. And take care.
but never got an answer, and wondered if God was really there. Did you feel all hope was gone, but in His time He came along and answered the prayer you thought was gone? There is no prayer too small, for God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you want, but He always knows what's right, even when we think it's wrong. Just remember, there is no prayer too small. I have read if you will ask, you shall receive. No matter what it is, I still believe. There is no prayer too small, and even when we fall, He gives us just exactly what we need.